Good morning, people. How's it going today? I wanted to get on a little bit earlier, but I was a little bit busy. Uh, we had that nice dump. First, I saw a little football here this morning when I woke up. Measured move was down to there. It played out nice. Uh, I only took that on demo though. Then after that, it came down and took liquidity. This was a good 15-minute liquidity pool. And made another football. And this is why I didn't start streaming. I was playing this. And the one time that I actually set a take profit instead of just trailing my stop, uh, it just keeps ripping. But I made 200 bucks on PA, and it looks like to me that we're trying to make another football right now. If this one plays out, that's a pretty nice move. We look to the left and see what targets we have over there. And that will put us back up into this consolidation we had up here. Uh, you look on the 5 minute, good nice breaker in there. Uh, this last 5 minute candle just came down and barely touched the fair value gap, so they could just absolutely send it. What I would like to see is it come down and sweep these lows and get into this fair value gap. For some reason, OBS didn't load up my chat. Uh, I just pulled up the live on here for a separate window, but I don't know how well my laptop will run if I keep that running. Hopefully my audio sounds a little better. I finally got a microphone. If there's anybody out there listening, let me know if it's sounding good. Yeah, this looks like it's shaping up pretty nice. I would like to see it come sweep these lows, but it might not do that. They might just keep ripping. I ended up getting, I guess, 140 ticks out of my long. this morning I was just aiming for these highs. Usually when I play these, I don't put a take profit. I just trail my stop up behind it as it goes. And this morning I put a take profit and it popped and went straight there. I was a little iffy because it was right at open. I wasn't sure if they was going to slam it down and take the low again. But so far these footballs, seen two of them today and they've played out beautiful, both of them. Hit the measured move and beyond. Okay, good. Audio sounds good. Good to hear. Good to hear. Now on this one, what we're doing now, it's making another little football coming out of it. So I am bullish on this. I would like to see it come down and take the lows first, but yeah, we got on both NQ and ES. We do have a little bit of an SMT, but I'm not too worried about that, at least for the time being. Yeah, I like what I'm seeing. We're coming into the 950 macro. Looks like they're making a little Adam and Eve type top here. Maybe that will trigger a lot of traders to go short. And it just ripping their faces. We have moved an awful lot right off the bat though. That's the only thing. How big of a move was this? You know, what's this impulse? Yeah. 375 tick impulse from the top of that. Now let's see. What have we moved from our bottom? Where we bottomed out, we've moved 500 ticks up already. But if you look at the 15-minute time frame, it did take a good pool of liquidity. All these wicks right here, that was, trust me bro, support. It wasn't supposed to come back down there, so it came down and took that liquidity. And when it did it, what do we have? We have an order block right here too. Could extend it a little further, but if you just take the last 15-minute candle right there, just the body, we did close below half of it, but there was an awful lot of liquidity there, and it was a slingshot that once it got down to there, it just ripped. Let's see here. I just used the bodies on that. We came down and smacked the 0.5 level almost exactly. If you pull a fib on just the bodies from where it opened up to the high yesterday, we came down and smacked the 0.5 exactly. So that's beautiful. And if you just pull the impulse on top of the fair value gap, we tagged the 786 and came a little bit deep on it. If you look on the 5-minute time frame here, we're just blowing through stuff. So let's see here. Nice breaker in there. And you can count this as a breaker now that it closed above it too. But the one I would use would be this one right here, I guess. It hadn't even came back down and touched that, so I don't like it. Delete that. And it hasn't even touched that. So let's see here. If we use that breaker, it's found support off of this breaker right here. So we'll drop down the lower time frame and see what it's doing. Yeah, I thought it was going to just stay bullish and not come down and sweep these lows, but I've seen a lot of times where it makes the move, has the people chasing the longs, and then comes back down, sweeps the lows, turns around, and rips in their faces. But I do like the way this is shaping up. All those people that shorted that Adam and Eve, they was shorting somewhere down in here, so sorry about that. I got a sick 2-year-old that we're dealing with. We're finding sensitivity at half that breaker, so I'm bullish off of this. I would like to see it come down, but it could just keep ripping. We just took this low, found sensitivity at the midway of that 5-minute breaker. Yeah, first targets on this would be this high, 21,815, and then we can start filling in some of this fair value gap up here. We have the little opening gap up here from when we opened up at 6 o'clock. So there's nothing in there, so that would be a good point to aim for too. Okay, let's see where this 15 minutes going to close. We got 35 seconds left. If we close above the top of that, I'll be really happy. We get a nice close, but I don't like that it popped up first. Nice, that little drop down tagged us in. They just came and swept the lows of the football and off we go. I like it. Now as long as we can hold this. We need to hold support here. What did I say for targets? It already came up and tagged that, and already came up into the fair value gap. So the next target is the little volume imbalance up here. So let's see if we can aim for that. Yeah, I'm going to put the limit right inside of there. This is nice though. Footballs are looking beautiful today. That's 1, 2, 3 in a row that have absolutely ripped and did its job. You just gotta find what you can see that repeats in the market. My brain just so happens to see this little football consolidation, and when it happens either right before or right after a breaker block, it gives it way higher probability to play out. And if they get up in here, they might just keep rocking it, but I'm looking for that volume imbalance from yesterday's open to get filled. So I don't know if anybody put a limit down there like I did, but that was exactly what I was looking for. So used to being on Trade-Evade, I forgot I can just slide my little thingy here. If we can use the top right here as support, it'd be nice and bounce and come up here and tag that volume imbalance. What I think they're doing right now is trying to induce shorts to get them to chase. I really hope that the top of this or right here holds the support, If not, they might want to come back down into the lows again. I've seen an awful lot of times that they go up, make the move, come back down, and sweep the lows again to go after the chasers, and then make the move. But this candle did not have a tail, so it had to come down and tag that at least. We need to find support right in here. If we don't find support in here, it's not looking good. Okay, well, on the 15-second, we came down and filled in all of that fair value gap. I'm getting back in that. I think I put my stop up too high. The only thing I don't like about it is we took that liquidity and we got back up in here into this rejection blocks over here, these wicks. That's something that I don't like. But at some point we are coming up to fill this. I am bullish on the day. I would like to see this taken out. Right here, this is trust me bro resistance. This is what I'm looking for to be taken out. Whether we get it today or not, sometime this week, I really want to see this taken out. Maybe they'll wait for tomorrow. I don't know. So that big pump there at 10, what was that? That was somebody testifying or speaking or something like that, I believe. But now after it did that and it came back down, it has all the shorts chasing it. We took all that liquidity and came down just as fast. What I'm thinking is there is a bunch of people chasing this short. So that's why I got back in on here. Put my stop below half of the breaker. Oh, it was Chirp Out it came on? Okay, I knew it was somebody that was supposed to testify or speak at 10 or something like that. I did look this morning. First. Not looking too hot right now. They might want to come back and fill in that data wick that they sent down. I'm still bullish on today. I want to see this absolutely rip. They might come down for a little bit, but I'm bullish for the day. Yeah, you like it, buddy, John?
Oh.
So we still got to close above half of this breaker. They keep wicking down in here, but it is holding. So I remain bullish until we close something below midway of that. So far, my live stream paper trading account is doing decent. Up a little over 5,500. And this is the account that I have only traded while I am live streaming. There hasn't been any other trades on it. Ooh, this is something I don't like here, though. Made a little football, started making the move, came up, took the highs. We could absolutely tank off of this. Bang. I don't like that. Because this little signature is pretty much what I look for. Makes a little football consolidation, goes, come backs up, sweeps the highs, and it come down and just continue. But that's going against my bias. I am bullish, so maybe that's just a fake out. What I would like to see is for it to come up here, get above this, and use it as support. Come up or chop around a little bit, and then continue ripping. I apologize that there's so much latency on here. I didn't adjust that. I just clicked go live. So I apologize for that. Yeah, I would really like if we can get up above this and hold it as support. That would be nice. Maybe a pop up. Get close to it and then come down. Chop around a little bit. Use the support. Maybe make another little 15-second football in here somewhere to continue ripping to the measured move. The measured move of that flag is 8:52:50. Okay, sorry, I'm back. It sucks having to deal with a sick kid. Little 2-year-old's not feeling good. He was throwing up last night and stuff. So, he needs a little more attention than usual. But, we're finding support right off my little line right there, the top of that order block. So, I want to see this thing straight up here to TP. I have my take profit a little bit above the volume imbalance because my thoughts is if they're coming here, they're going to come up here and take this. Whenever it gets up there, we'll reassess the situation. But right now, it's looking good across multiple time frames, so yeah, I like what I'm seeing. We just took out this little high, so maybe a little pullback. Let's see here, throw a fib on it, see what it does, if it actually does any pullback. Like I said, I'm bullish on the day. I was talking to somebody last night after open and said that what I wanted to see was us trade down overnight so that we could trade the longs back up the targets today, and that's what happened. So I do like what I'm seeing. Is anybody here watching familiar with OBS? Can I change my latency while I'm streaming, or is that something that I have to do beforehand only? See, I'm still trying to learn OBS and all this stuff. It's all new to me. So we came down here, filled some of that fair value gap into that. It didn't quite come down and touch the order block on the 15-second. Let me get rid of this fib out of the way. But right here's kind of what I look for. You see something that could be a breaker block, and then you get some kind of little football consolidation, and bang, it goes. This is what my brain sees that repeats. Why the candles get fatter and stuff like that, I use the volume candles. So whenever they are wider, the wider they are, the more volume they have behind it. I would like to see him get up here to the full measured move of that. But we'll just have to wait and see what they offer. Right now we just took the highs for the day on here, so the thing sucks about that is I've seen him just right after taking the highs so many times reverse it. So I put a little trend line here. We'll see if we can follow trend to get up to take profit. I'm going to take a little risk off the table. So what I'd like to see happen here, if it does come down, I would like to see it only come down and take this low and then go up. So far we're holding our trend, and it's looking like we're going to go for TP. But do you guys see why I got back into this trade? After it popped up and came down, I had my stop pushed up a little too far. We got a nice bounce off this breaker and then came down and couldn't close below half. So that gave me some more confidence that it was going to go back up. Where was that? This retail pattern right here, Adam and Eve. I don't know how many people was trying to short that, but I was talking about it in here, and if they did short, it ripped straight in their faces. We should be about in that volume imbalance by now. We're getting there. We're getting there. Just tapped it, I believe. Let's see here. Open is 809.50. Don't seem right. Must have been on the wrong damn candle. Okay, 832 is the open. So we're in that volume imbalance, and there's TP. Awesome. We held that trend. A lot of times when I'm in these, if I'm on something besides a demo, I will trail my stop up behind it and not use a take profit, and I will just keep putting it right below an order block. That's normally how I play these flags, is I don't put a take profit, I just trail my stop to see what I can get out of it. And this morning on PA down here, I didn't. I don't know why. Must have been just scared. I was worried about it coming up into here and rejecting whenever it was doing this. So we kept rejecting there. This is my model, but I guess I let it scare me and I just put my take profit instead of trailing. But so far today, 3 footballs have played out beautiful. We didn't quite get to the full measured move yet, but whenever I play them, I usually don't put my take profit at the full measured move because I don't know how exactly well I place it, but when I pull the measured move from these, on this, I just take the length of the pull. So what did I pull from there to there? That is what I pulled from measured move. I guess it could have been a little readjusted, but it usually lines up good. And after I pull that, I set it up for the low of the pattern. And that's when I aim, and that's how I get my targets. Right now, we're still holding this. If we can make a little football in here, maybe we'll just keep continuing. I said I am bullish for the day. And targets that I have in mind are still a ways off. Here's the first one in here. Is in here. This is Trust Me Bro resistance. Just like up here on a bigger time frame. This right here is Trust Me Bro resistance. You know how much liquidity is sitting above this? You know, they just came up and barely swept it last time. So, and there's big money up above this. Same with there. So our next target, 21,894. So we'll just call that 21.9. And then 968, 969. So round it to an even number. Big people, they don't put their orders on like 25 cents, 50 cents or anything. They're always at even numbers. I guess I haven't traded this account in a little while, huh? Back in here. The 7th. Yeah, it's been a little while. I would have liked to have gotten on and been streaming in here, but it started forming too quick, and I was just focused on that. Maybe if I would have just started my live stream first, I might have had a little more patience and could have held, because I was in with 10 micros down here on my PA account. But I still made 200 bucks, so that's cool. What was that? Yeah, that one right there. Okay. Well, we got 2 wins on our demo account today. Live stream demo. Last one I ended with a couple losses. Yeah, I had a few losses on my last live stream. My patience just wasn't there, I believe. But I am getting a lot better at that. You just have to find your thing. Whatever you see that, whatever your brain can recognize as repeating, you just have to figure out what that is. Mine, after countless hours of staring at the 15-second chart, this little consolidation, little football shape consolidation, is what my brain can see. But so far, 3 of them have played out beautiful. We'll see if we can get some kind of little football consolidation in here, which kind of looks like it, but we're getting pretty high back up there. So I'm kind of thinking we retrace a little bit now. Yeah, if I pull a fib from the impulse from there, the 786 lines up with this. It's a nice little double bottom there. Yeah, I got that nice little double bottom there and the breaker. So that would be something nice. If they do come down here, sweep this low, or this little double bottom here, bounce back off that breaker again, that would be a nice entry for a long. Ooh. Zoom into this real close right here, and it made my little football shape right there. See, I don't know if it's just my brain that sees this, but I see this repeat so many times, like all the time. So I had a nice trend line going here. We broke trend, make a little football shape. And it should bring us down to in here somewheres, at least. From a lot of my back testing, football is usually offers 60 ticks, even if you're wrong. Ooh, definitely looks like I'm wrong on this one. But they could just come up here, sweep this, and then come back down. But I am bullish. Let's see if they can just make some kind of regular flag. Get a channel going here. I do like this. If we can do something like that, come down and find support on this, that would be a SR flip. So how's everybody doing today that's watching? What is there? 3 people? Oh, that's cool. At least there's a couple people out there. Yeah, it looks to me like they just want to blast. We've only gotten to the 236. I would like to see a 0.5 of this impulse. That would take us down for a nice SR flip. Once again, I apologize for the latency on the stream. I was in a hurry to try to get the live stream started and didn't go in there to click the lowest setting. I almost want to stop the live and go back in and make a new one so I don't have that much of a latency to it. How bad is the latency here? Let me time it. Yeah, it's looking like you guys are at least 10 seconds or so behind what I'm saying, so that's not very good. Put up in the chat if you guys want me to end this and drop the latency, or if it don't bother you. Hello and good morning to everybody. What? 3 people watching? Probably the same 3 people. Uh, did Pierre make it? You out there, buddy? Hello and good morning. What I would like to see is for it to come down here and sweep these lows before making the move, but it's looking awfully bullish. Measured move of this, 21,880. My boy's over there watching Bluey. He really loves that show. Man, these footballs are just playing out beautiful today. That's the fourth one. Hasn't made the full measured move yet, but dang. They are working nice today. Yesterday was the first red day that I've had on my day traders eval. I had 5 green previous to that, and I took a $500 loss yesterday. Uh, I missed my entry to get it back, but I'm currently in a long on it and still holding. And yeah, I've gotten almost back to where I was, so that is looking good. This little no-tailed candle right here, more than likely coming back for. And if it comes down there and bounces, that's nice SR flip to come back up and make the measured move. I still have targets up there. What have we taken so far? with that 1 hour candle. Straight up. We got left 11 minutes. So in the next 11 minutes, I would like to see it come up and take these and then come back down to create a little wick. So this is our resistance right now. We need to dig up and get through that. Still have 3 hours and 10 minutes left of this 4 hour candle, so that's plenty of time to do that. Does that not have a tail? Can't tell because the thing. Okay, we got a tail there. I say I was going to be a little sketched out if we didn't have a tail, but there is a tail on that 90-minute candle. And lots of volume came in on the last one. Yeah, okay, so this up here is a 4 hour order block. I want to see it close above half here sometime soon. We need to get some decent time frame to close above half of this, and then we can aim for the top. Haven't seen no comment from Pierre, so I guess he didn't make it. Ah, there you are. Okay. Well, good morning, brother. Nice to see you. Footballs have been banging today. Started off this morning with a nice short one, and then it made one at the very bottom. I took that on PA, and like I told people earlier, I usually don't put a take profit, I just trail my stop, and for some reason I put a take profit on that, and it was a full take profit. I guess I could have had it less. I had 10 micros, but is what it is. I'm green on that account, and that's all that matters. Oh, nice. 1036. Nice. I like it. Right off the 236 there. Nice. On the 1 minute, we came down, filled in that fair value gap, bounced off the wick of the order block right there. And that's all it wanted to come down and touch. Looks like we just touched that. Yeah, perfect. What's the high of that candle? High 824.50. Low 824.50. Perfect. Yeah, we bounced right off the top of that little 1 minute order block, and it's sinning. I do like what I'm seeing. This is exactly what we talked about yesterday afternoon. It traded down all night so that we can take the longs up to targets for today. I'm trying to get my son to drink some Pedialyte, and he don't want nothing to do with it. I thought that maybe if I drank some, he would follow, but he just told me no. So, stuff tastes awfully salty, though. Okay, I like what I'm seeing. We got the little football shape right here. We're getting close to the center of that 4-hour order block. I want to see it close above it. But we do have our little shape right here. Maybe come down, sweep these lows, and then put us up above that. It's kind of what I'm looking for. Okay, now we're taking these lows. Can we SR flip this? Was resistance. Let's see if we can turn into support. Get rid of this fib, get it out of the way. Do have a no-tail candle right here though. Those things do like to be filled back in. Last one we had was right here, and it came down and bounced off it perfect. Yeah, it's not the oldest one. He's in school. This is the youngest one. He was talking to the oldest one last night. My youngest, he's only 2, so he's not talking very much. Just says a little bit of stuff. So we had a little football consolidation there. Can we just turn this whole little chunk into one, maybe? We haven't really had a pullback yet. We've just been really grinding up. We went straight up for a while, made the football, chopped around at that breaker. So we could be due for a pullback. Did it on the last one. I pulled a fib and we only got to the 236. So let's see what it does off this little impulse. Right now we are kind of finding support at the 0.5. That no-tail candle is right in here. So maybe it just wants to come down, tag that to go up. That'd be a 618 of that. Just have to see what the reaction is right here. Yeah, it's better to be stopped in profit than stopped in a loss. Now, I'm going to monitor what it's doing right here at this 786. This is just a small 786 off the last little impulse up. But this is what I would want to see to remain bullish. This little red line here is an indicator. It's called a trauma line. It's from Lux Algo. I've been messing with it lately. That's pretty much the only indicator that I have on. No, I have VWAP on too. Where's VWAP? Yeah, VWAP's down here at the breaker. Look at that. Nice 786 bounce so far. So that's telling me that order flow should still be bullish. Yeah, I like that it's bouncing there. It took that no-tailed candle. Yeah, the one up here at top, this is a 4-hour order block. I'm sorry, let's add some text to it. Crap. How far do I have it drawn out? Yeah, I don't like it. So I guess I'm going to put it in the center, huh? Still don't see it on there. Crazy. Well, I guess how that is just going to put in the center of wherever it is. $786, so this is holding. I do like it. Let's see here. But this I don't like. Ooh, yeah, I don't like that at all. This needs to fail and just rip. With this little football consolidation, it don't always rip the way you want it to, but from my back testing and from what I've seen, it rips pretty hard one way or the other out of this little consolidation. If it does go down, let's see here. Yeah, if it does go down, we're looking to sweep those lows. And that would still be a nice SR flip. It does kind of have the football shape here, but I also have something else that I call the stiletto, and it's just basically an H pattern, and this is what it's looking like to me more so. So, and all it is just, looks like a lowercase h. So this is what I want to see happen. Come up, get above that, use support, and take back off. We got a nice 786 of this last impulse is holding. It bounced off my trauma line. So let's see. But it could just end up making my football and dumping. So. What I want to see on this right now is this fair value gap. I want to see it inversed. We need to get back above that. Until we get above that, it's not good. So we need back above this like real quick. If not, we're coming down to sweep these lows. We're still holding those lows so far, but we got to get back above this. Maybe come down, sweep the lows, and then come up above it. Oh, there we go. If we inverse this in one clean pass, we didn't do it. I was hoping to see that in one clean pass, but we do have a volume imbalance in the center of it, so I like that. As long as we don't come up here and reject after taking this high, we're going up. So what I want to see is it come back down, tag this, maybe fill in that volume imbalance, use it as support to keep ripping. But if this is my football playing out, it could just come up here, take the highs and dump. But that goes against my bias, so. And I labeled this orange because I expected it to get inversed. Pretty sure that's what ICT uses, is orange, as is IFVG, but that's what I'm using. I use blue as a breaker or an order block, and orange as an inverse for a fair value gap. Okay, we just tagged the fair value gap, or that inversion fair value gap. If we can make a little football right in here, that would be great. If we can make some kind of little consolidation in here. Okay, we just tagged that volume imbalance, so that's good. Okay, we're finding support on there. I like it. I like it. The only thing I'm worried about is when we sweep these highs, is it going to reject and keep going down? That's the only thing that's got me iffy. Because we do have a football shaping up right here, which I don't like. Yeah, this is what I didn't want to happen. Really don't want it to play out, but I gotta mark it because I see it. This needs to get invalidated really quick to remain bullish. What the crap, dude? Trying to move my stop up on this day traders eval, and the platform is not that great yet. They are new, so they got to work out the bugs or whatnot. Yeah, not looking too hot. We need this swing low to stay intact right here. If this swing low stays intact, we get a higher low in the set, or it'll continue up. Yeah, this could just be the higher low in the set, so I'm hoping that this swing low stays intact. But if you guys are thinking we need a pullback, whenever it pops back up in here, if it does, that would be a nice short opportunity with your stop up in here. Right into the 4-hour order block a little bit. I'm bullish, so I'm not trying that. But if there's anybody out there who's watching that is bearish at this point and thinks we need a pullback, I would short from right here, 42.75. Stop 55.50, and I would aim for right in here, 8.14. Well, we closed below that inversion fair value gap, so that don't look too hot. But I am remaining bullish as long as the swing low stays intact. Okay, so let's see here. Where is that at? I don't even know where exactly it would be. 930 something, so wow. So the first presented fair value gap is way down here. That what he's teaching, let's see here, there's 930, you can't use the 930 candle, so we would use the 932. So the ICT first presented fair value gap is all the way down here. It never got utilized or anything, it just kept sending it. So say I'm still bullish, but that's counter trading my model. My model says come up here, sweep the highs, and dump. I really don't want to see that happen, but that's what it says, is it should come up here and sweep the highs and come down into here. Say, like I was saying earlier in the stream, when it happens either right before or right after a breaker block is whenever it's more high probability. And right now it's before. Well, I guess these footballs just keep playing out. I really didn't want to see it come down, but that's what the model said it was going to do. Now we just swept these lows. So I like that. We did fall below. This is a breaker now. Okay, let me see. Do we close a candle on? No, okay, it's not a breaker yet. Got 16 seconds to find out if it's going to be a breaker or not. I really don't want it to close down here, so that would be lovely. Okay, we didn't close down there. I like it. I like it. We came down, swept the lows. Yeah, I'm bullish. Look at that reaction off of that. If we get back above this little fair value gap, sorry about that. I had to go take a Cocoa Melon thing off my kid. He was being super loud with it. Okay, we did get a closure below this now, so this should be a breaker block. Yeah, I don't like seeing this form here. I'm bullish, so now it's trying to form another type of a football consolidation here. And we did get a 1 minute close below that, so we need to get back above half of it and close up there quick. apologize. My kid keeps pulling me away. Him not feeling good. Have to put way more attention to him. But I did want to try a scalp long down here right after it swept that low and rejected. We got a pretty nice shot off of it. The only thing that I don't like is that's a 1 minute breaker and we did get a close below, but we instantly came back up. We are back above the trauma line now, so if we can keep that as support, I would like it. Yeah, okay, I like what I'm seeing. Maybe this was just to induce shorts. That strong move down. But we had just about as strong as move back up. So I'm still in my long on eval. Where did I get in at? 21,789.50. So where was that? That was back in here off of this first one. Yeah, so I think I bought in here on eval whenever it bounced off of that, I believe. My stop right now I have it at 820, so it almost came down and got me. What I don't like is that we just took these highs and it's rejecting, so that still could be part of this model to come up and go down, but that's going against my bias, so I hope that don't happen. But a lot of times whenever I do play the football model, when it's right in here like this, when it comes back up, chance to enter short, whenever it comes back up and takes the highs, that's another chance to enter short. So I do not like that it did that, but this is basically what I look for right here. That pop up would have been a nice short down if you trailed your stop. What move would you got there? Yeah, if you're just aiming using bracket orders, 40 to 60 ticks, this model works really nice. You know, I've said it a lot of times, this model usually offers 60 ticks even if you're wrong. But if you're shorting, it has to be from the top of the pattern. Do not try to short middle of pattern down. It has to be, for my rules, if you're trying to short this, it's got to come above midway of the pattern for a short. Or you could play it with limits. You could add a limit sell right here at the highs. If you had a limit order at the highs. Didn't get 60 out of that yet, but you did get to 40. I'm not trying to trade that because it's going against my bias, but this is what I look for in the model. Is there anybody out there that has any questions or wants me to go over anything or look at anything different? What I don't want to see happen is I don't want to see a little football consolidation here to continue down. I want to see this failed breaker hold his support. $11.15 right in here. What are you asking? Is the low at 11.15 on a 15-second football too? On this one, it would be the low of a bearish one. I see this as a bearish football. I just don't want it to play out, but my model says it's going down here. I seen this forming and said that I didn't want it to play out, and mentioned in here that if you was bearish, take a short. But I'm bullish, so I'm trying to not play that. 11.16 onwards. Okay, so right here. I want this swing low to stay intact, yes. This is a swing low I want to stay intact. I was saying that about this one here. It got blowed through, but it only came down and took this out. So that is why I'm still keeping my bullish bias, is because we just swept this and instantly rejected. So let's pull a fib on this last little leg here. If I just use the bodies, we're bounced at 7.86. If I take that body to that, we are bouncing 7.86. Ah, dang. Well, well, I guess that's what I get for trying to fade my model. It said to go down. I'm still bullish. I think we have higher targets in mind. This is just the retrace that we haven't really had the whole way up. But this is what my brain sees as repeating. I seen this little football form, and when it came back up here and just swept this last high, if I was bearish, I would have market bought that and aimed for this low. So what would you have got? Probably wouldn't have got in till somewhere around in here. And that low, that's still 90 ticks you would have got out of that. Now look at that. We just swept this low in an instant rejection. So what I want to see now is this inversed. If we inverse this with speed, I will remain bullish. But we need to inverse this with speed and get a nice close up in here. If this is going to hold as resistance, we're staying bearish. Oh, come on now. I don't know how that happened. I moved my stop up on eval, and it still didn't tag me. I don't understand that. Junk platform, apparently. Yeah, freaking piece of crap. Didn't change my thingy. What the crap? piece of junk. Okay. Sorry about that. I'm trying to adjust my stop loss on eval and it's not cooperating. Yeah, what I really want to see is us inverse this with speed. So far it's holding as resistance and that's not good. If we don't get above that here quick, then it will probably make a little football down here just to keep dumping. So I want to see this get above real fast. We're getting some MACD divvy, so it looks like the buyers are trying to step in. So after we inverse this, I want to see what it does around this 786 area. There is a high there, so if we come up and just peak above this high and start rejecting, that's another short opportunity. I don't want to see that happen, so I'm not going to play that, but if you're bearish out there, this would be another short opportunity right here. If we take this wick and reject, I would wait to see for at least a 15-second candle close back down in here after taking that to take a short, and then I would aim for somewhere in these lows, but I don't want to see that happen. Okay, we inverse this with some speed now, so right around in here will tell me a lot. If we're going to just blow through that, that would be awesome, but if we're going to stall and hang out around in here, I'm not going to like it. Now we just took that high. If we close below this little tiny order block right here, that won't be too good. That little itty bitty baby when it put right there, that needs to hold a support. Well, that's what I didn't want to see to remain bullish, but maybe they're just trying to induce more shorts to get them to chase. This IFEG needs to hold right here. If this don't hold, then we're coming down for the lows. So if you was bearish and you had a limit short right here, that's a payday already. If you had it right at that, you got 60 ticks off of that already. Yeah, I don't like that we just re-inversed that. And we did it with speed too. I do not like that whatsoever. For the bullish stuff, we need to get back above here quick. Yeah, like that. Instant. See that? Instant BPR. Okay, use the center of this as support and come for these highs. This right here, trust me, bro, resistance. I like that. I like that. Time is fractal. I'm on the 15-second chart. It's all the same. Just on the 15-second, you get a lot more action. But this stuff all repeats. It starts off on the smaller, like on the 1 second or whatever, then to the 5, and to the 15-second, and then that bleeds into the 1 minute, 3, 5, 10, 15. But if we're looking at the little bit bigger picture here, we are still in a football shape consolidation here. Somewhat. It's ugly. So it could just come back up here, sweep these highs at the trust me bro resistance, and absolutely dump. I don't want to see that happen, but it is a possibility. Yeah, that's it. I said if you guys were bearish, that 786 rejection right there would have been a nice short. Maybe I should start using bracket orders a little more and just doing a 1-to-1 40-40. Because if you did that right there, bang, you got paid. You took this off of that, bang, you got paid. But on these little time frames, there is no hesitation. It's got to be quick. What I want to see here is this right here turn into like some kind of a football consolidation and rip up. That puts us up above those highs. But we are struggling at this 786, so you have to keep that in mind. This 786 right now is still holding down price, so I want to see it just absolutely blowed through, but we gotta wait and see. Yeah, I like that. So that 786 is holding. we did pull back to the 0.5 and it seems to be holding with this IFVG. So let's see what the if we can stay above the center of that. Center's still holding. I like that. What you think, buddy, John? Price is getting pretty tight in here, so it's got to bang one way or the other out of this little consolidation. We'll just have to wait and see which way it's going to pick. I'd like for it to come down, tag me in, bounce off this IFVG again, to come up and sweep the highs. This is, trust me bro, resistance. So even if it is going to be bearish, I believe they're going to come up here and take this before going down. This blue box right here is that 5-minute breaker from before, so we're still dancing around in that. And the bottom of it pretty much lines up with this IFVG, so I want to see that held as support. If it doesn't, it's going to come down here and use it as resistance to keep coming down. Just got tagged in along, so we'll see what happens here. I have a tight stop on it. I believe that if we come down here, it's going to invalidate my long thinking, so I put a tight stop on it. I said I'm still bullish on the day. I have higher targets in mind, so maybe they're just doing all this to entice shorts. I'm hoping that's what it is, but I said we really haven't had a pullback. It's just been grinding up, so I could just be wrong and it come down here and take this swing low out. But I want to see that swing low stay intact. It's on quite a few time frames that's a low, so I want that to stay intact. Yeah, we got a minute before this 5-minute close. I don't want to see it close down in here. I want to see it close above this. I don't want it to close below that. But that bearish 786 of the last leg has held pretty good so far. And like I said, if you was bearish, that was the short. Move my stop down a little bit, just thinking that maybe they want to tag these to go back up, but nope, guess it didn't matter. Well, that's what I get for counter trading my model. And they just took that swing low out. Get a good reaction off of it, so maybe that's all they wanted. Nope. Well, like I was saying up here in here earlier. Yeah, buddy, I see. Like I was saying up in here earlier, I guess I just let my bias get in the way. This played out beautiful. It made the football, made the move, came back up, swept the highs, came down. The bearish 786 was respected, so I guess that was screaming short. But I let my bullish bias get in the way. So technically another football played out exactly how it should have. They have been absolutely kicking butt today. I let my bullish bias get in the way, but that was a beautiful short as far as the model works. This was beautiful. It made the football, came down, made a little move, swept the high, made the move. Bears 786 respected, dumped to the lows. So that would have been a beautiful, beautiful short. I just have to learn to just trust my football, not let my bias get in the way. Because if I would have played this the way I should have, that was bank right there. It was screaming a bunch of bear signs. But like I said, I let my bias get in the way. But we're still up on the day for this. What we take? 185 loss. So we're still up $1,000 today on here. So that's pretty cool. Okay, we just swept that. Tapped into this fair value gap. This inversion is holding price. I like that. Okay, so what I want to look for here is for us to get above this. If we can get above this, and use it as support, that's a long. But until then, just sit on your hands. Just barely wick that low out. So, I like it. If we can get back above there, that's a long opportunity. Let's pull a fib on this to see where we are at. See what's going on. We'll pull it from a couple places. We'll start here. Okay, if we take that swing low, it's just barely above or barely below the 786. Yeah, I like it better there. If we pull from the body of that, that is actually, hang on. Pulling from there, I like, that's the center. Okay, I apologize. Up in here I said that was a 5-minute breaker. That wasn't. This is the 5-minute breaker that's way down here. I apologize for that earlier. Drag that out. Just using the bodies of this last impulse, we are at the 786. So let's wait and see what it does. They're all down closed candles going through there, so don't even have nothing to aim for to get above. Okay, I like that. We're touching VWAP. And we put in a little order block here, so same thing with that. I want to see it come down here. Get that. We need to get above this and hold. Bounced off of VWAP, 786. Above that, a strong close. Let's see a strong close and inversion here, and I will like that for a chance to take it back up or something. But we need a strong close above this. If there is no strong close above this, not even trying. Because it could just make a little football right in here and continue dumping. And if it does that, that's a pretty good move further back down. That would put us down in here to sweep these lows. So maybe what they are doing is coming back to fill some of these inefficiencies down here. Let's see here. I say there's nowhere to pull a fib from that. I don't even know. Hold on a second. Okay, so what I just explained for this bearish little 15-second football up here, maybe that is what they are doing on a higher time frame. We could consider this whole move right here like a football consolidation. So maybe they want to come down into here, sweep these lows, get back into this inefficiency, and then take it back up. But we are bouncing off VWAP. We haven't quite touched the top of this 5-minute breaker yet. That candle does have a little tiny tail. So what I would like to see out of this is for it to do just that. Come down through here, take out these lows, and get into this inefficiency to come back up. So it's pretty much been straight up since 9 o'clock. So we are due for a pullback. Yeah, 15-minute model played out nice, huh? Took 2 candles to close below. Came back up. Get rid of that. Came back up, touched the order block, and sent it. So the 15-minute model played out beautiful today, huh? Maybe I should have checked on the 15-minute whenever I seen the little football forming in here, because when you see a football on the 15-second frame and you get to the 15-minute and you get a candle closure below your order block, that is a short. Put your limit order right at the order block and with your stop just above, and aim for your 3 to 1. So whatever that would have been, let's see here, from there, your stop would have been at least 50 ticks. We'll say it'd be 55. So you would aim for like 160 and you got that easy. So let's see what it does now that we are coming down here and touching this breaker. It's a breaker on quite a few time frames, so I have it marked out as a 5-minute, but it's basically the same as a 15 right here. It's not that different. And let's see here, look at that. It magically made a football right here. How about that? If you don't see it, there it is. This is what I look for. So, if we pop right here, come back up, get up into here and start rejecting, that is a short opportunity to come back down and aim for at least the center to the low end of this breaker. I do like the 15-second because it is where I can see these footballs forming the fastest. And if it plays out, let's see what the measured move is. This is a big one here. I'm going to just take it from there to right there. What does that line up with? Yeah, see, that lines up with sweeping the low, getting into this fair value gap. So whenever it gets down here and takes that, we want to see what it does after taking this low and touching this fair value gap. So it is just below here. So let's see here. Let's see if it comes down and tags it. Measured move of that's down here. So I'm really thinking it's going to come down and do that. Tag that. And as long as it don't come down here and chop and make one of these, that's a long. Right now we've been straight down. So everybody is chasing these shorts. So after it takes that, okay, alright, we just took it. Now we're into that inefficiency. As long as we don't blow straight through this, because that's a 5 minute just straight inefficiency, straight gap. As long as we don't just start tanking, this is a turtle soup. If you want to try a soup, this is it. We just took liquidity into the fair value gap. A little volume imbalance right there just took. Yeah, I like that. I'm trying it. Oh, you piece of junk. Are you serious? Junk ass eval. Not paying attention to my eval, and I don't know what it did, but it apparently where my stop was, it put me into a long somehow. So that ain't cool. Piece of junk. Nope, tried turtle soup too early. Well, the title of my stream is Hunting Footballs, and I let two nice ones just go because of my bias. But I hope this is showing what I look for and showing that it does work. I'm going to try the long again if we get back above this. we get back above that and use it as support, I'm going to try to long again. I think this was enough pullback that they're going to start chasing back after the shorts. But I could be completely wrong. Well, it looks like that 4-hour order block did its job. It rejected price here, came up and rejected price again. Pull fib on this whole move, and we're probably around the 786. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. That is actually beautiful right there. We filled in a lot of that. Yeah. Okay. So I'm moving this down in there. So, bounce above here, use the support, make my football, long back up. That's what I'm projecting. We'll see what happens, but that's what I would like to see. We need to get back above here real fast, though. I do like this. You pull a fib on the whole move of today, and we came back. I don't know if I have it pulled perfect, but we came back right to the 786. So that's Max Payne. Has all the shorts. Just chase down. So let's see. See if that holds. Yeah, I like that. See all that volume come in on the MACD? That's beautiful. Nice strong close. Get a strong close up here. Come on. Ah. Didn't inverse that yet. We need to get above this too, an inversion. It stopped right at the top of it. Maybe we can come down here and make my H for go up. I don't know. Oh, come on, bro. Let's see if this little water block holds right here or not. I don't like that. Bearish opening. If I get tagged out of this one, I'm calling it for today. I was back up to break even on my eval from yesterday's loss, but somehow it turned my stop loss into a long. However that happened, I'll have to actually go and look at it after the stream, but not looking too well. Now there's my stop out. Right down at the bottom of that wick. I took a few losses here, but I'm still green on today. How my luck works is that's where it's going to turn around and just rip from here. Pretty much bottom ticked me. But I am bullish and would like to see it get back up. I would like to see it get back up above this 5-minute breaker that failed miserably when it came back to it. But yeah, that's it. I'm going to go ahead and shut her down here and pay more attention to my kid. But my thoughts are it's going back up. It just barely ticked me out. It's probably going to completely rip from here. So I hope I demonstrated that this football model does work, but you just have to trust it. There's been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them play out beautiful today. 5 play absolutely beautiful. So as long as I can remain patient and only play that, the sky's the limit. This is looking like my little stiletto pattern H back to the upside. Bottom ticked. 23, 25, 22. Yeah, just barely got ticked out. But we come up here and inverse this and use it as support. That's good. But we could, being set up, I gotta mark it out because I see it now. We could being set up to just absolutely dump. I don't think this is going to happen. I think it's going to rip straight back up. But be careful out there, friends. God bless everyone, and I hope I demonstrated a little bit of what I look for in the football model. Have a good day, guys. God bless.